The Dalish prisoners escaped safely?
We got them away free and clear.
Good.
I do not know how you have found your dealings with the Dalish.
Whatever my frustrations with them, it was a privilege to be able to help our people again. Thank you for allowing me to help. Chance to infuriate Elganon was a reminder of simpler times.
You and Elganon were really tearing into one another back there.
I needed to goad him to anger in order to distract him. But yes, while all of the Evanuris were monsters in their own ways, Elganon was the worst. Or perhaps it is more honest to say that his were the faults I've found most objectionable. You have met him now, heard his voice hammering at the doors of your mind, and you have met me. Can you see how he and I might frustrate one another?
The two of you are too much alike. Both of you want to be in charge.
I have no desire to be in charge.
No, you just want to be able to correct anyone who's not doing everything the way you would have done it.
I see you have been observing me as well during these conversations.
All right. I can see how you and Elganon would hate each other.
He has always been what I most feared becoming. Callous and uncaring, his arrogance unchecked. To have that much power and no one to remind him that he could be wrong.
Well, he had you.
And I suppose I had you.
You said you found the Dalish frustrating. Why is that?
It is unfair to them. I lived for thousands of years, and after I imprisoned the Evanuris, I slept for thousands more. I awoke in a world that had forgotten the ancient times almost entirely. And those who tried to remember Elven history, like the Dalish, had gotten so much wrong.
Like the terrible trickster Fen-Harel who sealed away the gods.
There was truth to their stories. My rebellion had indeed disrupted the lives of those who had been comfortable. And when I created the Veil, I destroyed an empire. Their judgments were fair, if clouded. I tried to explain the truth to one clan. When I convinced them that I was truly Fen-Harel, they attacked me. After that, I hid my explanations behind the facade of having witnessed events in the Fade.
And the Fade is the realm of dreams. To present that as evidence.
Yes. The Dalish had no reason to believe me. I could only watch as they continued to worship Elganon, though we may have seen the last of that tradition, at least.
Last time I got his attention, he got angry enough to come after us with the Blighted Dragons. Hopefully this baits him into a mistake we can use against him.
Every act of resistance is a thorn in his side. He will break soon. When we first met, I saw you only as a foolishly confident child who disrupted my plans. You were an irritant. I gave you information to oppose Elganon out of necessity, but I expected you to be nothing more than a tool. Seeing you with your team, I was wrong.
I'm impressed you got that out without choking on it.
If I could not admit when I was wrong, I would be no better than Elganon.
Your team trusts you, and you listen to them. It is impressive and enviable. It took me centuries to build such a bond during my rebellion, and when I served the Inquisition, I tried to avoid entanglements.
What about the Inquisitor? Does he not count as a friend?
He does. One of several I grew fond of despite myself when I was with the Inquisition. There was also Cole, a spirit of compassion I helped adapt to our world. He was the only one who knew who I really was. I miss him a great deal. Josephine, the Inquisition's ambassador, was a bastion of kindness and decency in a world that looked down on elves and apostates. Even Cassandra Pendergast of the Order of the Seekers. She was what a believer should be. Faithful, practical, committed to serving, not ruling. I suppose I did bond with the Inquisition after all, as you have with your team.
Thank you for sharing that. So what comes next? What are the gods going to do?
Elganan and Gillenane are preparing the dagger they will use for their ritual to pierce the veil. Elganan's power is tied to light and darkness. He will need to perform a ritual during the next eclipse.
That gives us some time to prepare.
It is likely to be your last chance to do so. You must be ready for whatever comes, for this world and for the team that trusts you. I know that you will do everything in your power not to fail them.
So now Elganan's recovered his own archdemon, and the gods only need an eclipse to complete their dagger.
We saved the Dalish, though. That's important.
But now Elganan's immortal, so long as his archdemon lives.
And we all know how hard those things are to kill.
We killed Razikale, didn't we?
After losing hundreds of wardens. And it took a centuries-old trap to do it. We don't have either of those. Not anymore.
Just when you think the tide's in your favor, it turns right back.
Okay. We always knew this was going to be hard, right? And yeah, maybe it's a little harder now. More than a little. But either we stop this, or all of Thedas falls. So we see it through. All the way. Because no one else is going to.
Nice speech, Rook. But it's hard to complete a contract if you don't know where the target is.
We found the gods before.
Not without help, we didn't.
So we get help again. We've got allies everywhere now.
What about the Venatori that were at the crater? They might know where the gods are hiding.
No one will risk being an informant. Not while the Venatori hold power in Minrathos. It's a dead end.
The crows may have something. The Antam are moving large quantities of supplies out of the city. Weapons, armor, gatlock. And food. About half our remaining provisions. Enough to feed the Antam navy.
Given the timing, it seems unlikely to be a coincidence.
Wherever those supplies are headed, that's likely where we'll find the gods. Any more details from the crows, Lucanis?
They said the Antam have long work ahead. We have time. Also, Biago would like a meeting. At your earliest convenience. From him, that means important, but not yet urgent.
Did Viago tell you how much time we have?
Days to weeks. Nothing more precise.
Well, that's our best lead so far. Track those supplies and we should find the gods.
Not to complicate things, but the Inquisitor also wants to meet Rook.
Right. With everything he's been doing in the south, we owe him an update.
I'll let him know.
Despite the odds, we've survived. We made a habit of it. Take some time. Rest. Be ready to go. Next time the gods appear, let's make sure it's the last.
You've been quiet on your collaboration with the Venatori.
They were only useful for information or the occasional artifact. The rest of the time, the intolerable wretches kept going on about their wine cellars and summer houses.
They sound akin to some of Navarra's nobility, to be honest.
Depressing, isn't it?
Are you doing all right, Rook? Don't forget to take breaks, okay?
You're getting the hang of those powers.
Really? I'm trying. It's all... honestly... I don't know yet.
Fair enough. What you're drawing from, it's not like my magic.
Which means no one can tell if I'm doing this right.
Or it means you make the rules.
That's even more pressure.
Is it strange for you, Davrin? Being alive after Weishaupt?
I still don't know what to think.
Word among the crows is that few Grey Wardens have ever faced an archdemon and survived.
I could feel some kind of energy when my blade struck. I thought that was the end.
And now that it isn't?
I'll grow old with a griffin.
Hey, Bellara. You okay? You look sad.
Oh, sorry. I was thinking about my brother.
Yeah. Sometimes I see stuff that reminds me of my mother.
What do you do? When it hits you, I mean.
I don't know. I ask someone how they're doing. Then I'm thinking about them and not me.
Oh. I'm sorry, Tosh.
Nah. It's a good hurt. Mostly.
Cedar Siconia, back on stage. Where to see her, and who's the new friend?
These meetings can't be good for business. I'm here, Inquisitor. It isn't just Inquisitor, is it? You were someone before that.
I'm a Trevelyan. Feels like someone I haven't seen for a long time. Morrigan is holding a perimeter. We're alone. Tell me what Solus did at Elgernon's ritual.
Sounds like you already know.
I need to hear it from you.
We were up against an archdemon, and he reached out to help. Seemingly.
You're not sure about his motives?
Could be genuine. Could be self-interest. He'd have been screwed too if we didn't make it.
He's never clear. But he's always thinking about where it ends. How many of his names do you know? God of Lies, Dreadwolf, Fen-Harel. They're titles he earned from enemies, followers, and fractured history. I once called him by another name. Friend.
Some friend.
Do you always agree with your friends?
We're pretty aligned on whether or not to destroy the world, if that's what you mean.
I will never excuse what he's done. He's killed people I held dear. You know this too.
But?
He became those names when he fought gods, and regret for his world turned into destroying ours. Sound familiar?
You're making us sound like Solus. That's uncomfortable.
We are not like our enemy. They're making us do this.
Simple as one of Varric's morals. Don't become what you hate.
Or trapped by what we've lost. Also one of his. Tell me about the team you've built.
Are they a concern, or?
You're handling things. This part, what you have now. I just miss the banter about friends.
Places between.
You had quite the stack of letters. Intrigues from home?
It's the Via della Morte. There's upkeep, repairs. I'm being asked if I should redecorate the main dining room. I'm not sure what to do. I make a mistake, both Katerina and Thea will kill me.
My entire Minratha's apartment could fit in your main dining room. If you're looking for help, you've got the wrong address. Come, get ready.
Does Arlathan have a lot of truffles?
Probably. Why?
For the griffins.
You're keeping busy. All set?
Hey, Antoine. Evka.
I can still hear it. Though it is giving me a headache.
Please be careful.
With the container? It's very sturdy. I tested it.
What? When? And how?
Am I interrupting?
No. Our study of the new blight continues.
We know the gods changed the blight. We think it changed more than they realized, or altered itself after.
It's answering to something other than gods.
It's still spreading and it's still killing people. Seems our job is the same.
At least the part that matters.
So what's the blight answering to?
Remember the strange call I heard after the Lavendale battle? It was here, in the wetlands.
We think the source is out a ways, towards the redoubt.
I can tell it's something large, rooted. A construct of the blight itself. An eruption controlling the rest. What that could mean. Everything that calls the blight impacts the wardens. We withstand it. But gods, archdemons, it all adds strain.
If the eruption calls the blight, then it could mess with us too. Spark the calling sooner. We'll lose ourselves, along with the wetlands.
Antoine, you hear whispers in the blight, more than me and Evka. Are you?
Yes. A little sensitive, but it's not calling to me. Not yet. Like everyone else, I'll know when that changes.
So we kill this eruption. It can die, right?
That's the hope. Remember those samples you found when we first arrived? Based on our studies, Antoine made an alchemical flame. It's impressive. It should destroy the eruption.
Theoretically. At least the last batch was stable. Mostly.
But if the eruption's controlling the blight and it gets attacked, then the blight around Lavendale might respond.
Yes, its roots are everywhere, and spreading. I can feel them.
These people can't lose their blight experts. I can go after the eruption.
While we guard against nasty side effects here.
It's a plan. I didn't miss the part where Antoine said the alchemical flame is mostly stable.
I'll make sure the containers are sealed.
Maybe don't bang them together.
The blight poisons so much. Water, plants, animals, people. Some would call the wetlands dead already. But they're not. It's not too late. Whatever the eruption means for the waters, we can leave this place better. It's what we're supposed to do.
We'll take our stand in the sheltered glade. Meet us there when you're done.
All right, let's find the blight eruption.
You really don't want to fight that? It's fine. We'll make you good at the other stuff.
Good gear, decent price. All right, you're set.
Good to see you. Thank you.
When you search the dark, how do you tell if they're close or far? You just... I haven't thought about it. You... No, I'm overthinking it.
I've been doing that since the joining.
Are you okay?
Yeah. You're not dead, you're alive, right?
So we are.
Warden Alona, medic for the Order, or those of us here at least. I've got a lot of patience, but I'll help as I can. Flint's been a great help to the Wardens. I'm trying to help the villagers as well.
Hey, Greta. How's Lavendel?
It's an interesting place, isn't it? We'll keep a good watch on it.
Hey, Rook. Warden Greta says we need a signature drink here. What do you think? Any suggestions? All right, next time.
I've got a story from Orzammar today. In a time only the stone remembers, a warrior named Garson won honor and glory for his house.
Take your time.
Be ready.
Look left! Evker and Antoine think the Blight eruption is the source of the surge.
We destroy it, and the blight stops spreading?
Maybe. I don't know for sure. But Antoine has one thing right. The wetlands die for good if we do nothing.
Here we go. Stage cover. Got us at range.
So you in spite of friends? No.
Understood.
So you in spite of friends now? I'd say my money was on that one.
I would have lost that bet too.
If it lets you sleep at night. Unless this clears the way for new and different midnight brooding.
I wouldn't put it past me.
Thanks, Lucanis.
It's nothing.
The redoubt. The blight eruption's taken roots inside. Let's go.
Watch your right! Trouble.
See who ends this. Take that. Worth it. Stays covered. Get clear. Set up. Still standing. Not bad.
There's something in here. It's not good.
You're the hero. You say when we're getting close and we'll back you up.
The eruption's on the other side of that barrier. We'll need to cut off the tendrils to break through.
While holding off Dark Spawn. I'll make this quick.
A tendril! It's a...
Up on the ledge. Get the tendrils from there.
What's left? A ballista.
Well, that could be handy. Made it through.
Time to work. We're through.
Then something awful is waiting past the gate. Here goes nothing. Done.
Better move before more Darkspawn show up. What is... Is that the Blight eruption?
Mierda.
The Darkspawn are protecting it. We need to take them out. I can hear that eruption. Spreading blight. We need to stop this.
These things are already dead.
This is it. Let's get that eruption. All right. We strike and the whole thing goes up. All right. Time to destroy this thing. The Blight eruption was...
terrible?
It's what Antoine's been hearing. It was spreading blight through the wetlands. Further, maybe. When we hit it.
If it's all knotted together, they must have felt it in Lavendale.
They aren't blighted. Were they dormant?
Maybe. They're beautiful. Much like you. Ah, Rook, hi!
We knew when you hit that eruption. The blight around Lavendale reacted. And there was a sound in it. Like nothing we've heard before.
What happened in there? What was it like?
I've never seen blight like that. And it felt different, like something under my skin.
Then you sense it too. So much has changed.
When the eruption was destroyed, some of the bigger tendrils pulled back. The remaining blight won't vanish overnight, but it's a good sign. And this place opened up.
The flowers here, they managed to survive, buried, untouched. They have a chance to return now.
Look at you. Out here with the flowers and a moment alone. That I walked into the middle of.
You're fine.
Yes, please. Enjoy the flowers.
We thought the Grey Warden's purpose would end when the last archdemons died.
And that time's almost here. It's unbelievable.
The Order is those of us left now. When the archdemons fall, some wardens will hang up their swords. Until they're calling, at least.
So the Wardens are finished?
No, our numbers may get smaller, but Efka and I will be here. Others will stay too.
There's still blight in the world. There's something new calling to it. And to us.
There's blight inside us too. If it changed out there, have we changed as well?
What matters is that if new evils show up, we'll be here to keep them back.
Are you two doing okay? Seriously?
I'm good. I've got everything I need right here.
Me too.
Do you really think something inside us has changed?
It's possible. Or maybe we're the same. But does that mean we'll be the same? The blight feels different. We know that already. The sound of it is changing. We know that too.
What that means? We don't know yet.
I'm going after the last archdemon ever.
Some warden has to do it.
We'll really see this happen.
The blight feels relentless most of the time. We see what it does up close.
A world dying, how it spreads. But we keep going.
And look, these flowers can make it back.
The blight. We really can do something about it.
Of course we can.
Helps to see it's true, though.
Lavendel was named for flowers. They must have been everywhere before. When we get back...
We can stay here a bit longer first.
Oh, yes. I thought I heard birds earlier. Maybe we can find them?
The wetlands aren't fully healed.
The flowers fought back.
Yeah. Pushing back the blight. It's possible.
Goes to you. Made it through that one.
Targets ahead.
You're a spirit. What are you doing here?
Light glimmers the surface. Flowers break through snow. Hope unexpected. I am such.
Is despair gone?
No, but nor was I forever. So small a thing. So small a thing.
The Blight's retreating. The Warden's won.
We work together.
Yeah.
Take a look. We're here if you need us.
We have company.
That probably hurt.
They're close.
Well, that's done. Ready you are. I will just good job.
tree. The blight feels strange around it. There's a pull to it.
Well, that's ominous. Is this where we back away slowly?
Harding's looking well.
Yep.
I thought I detected a new spring in her step.
Huh. Good. We're together.
Ah, so that's why Harding's been humming your name to herself.
She has? That's good. If she wants to, it's fine.
Enjoy yourselves, Tash. Truly.
I had no idea that Lucanis would be so, well, big. We got away though. No one died and we saved the Dalish. I'll take that as a win.
You would have let Sam walk.
If that's what he wanted, didn't seem right to make the decision for him.
Not sorry he stayed, though.
I would have been miserable if he left. You must be happy about it, too. Who would you spoil without a son around?
Spoil? That bird's spreading rumors about me again.
Lucanis, the dream where you're being chased by monsters?
Is it the one where you feel like you're stuck in mud, or the one where you just cannot avoid them?
It was the first one. My legs would only move at a snail's pace.
That one's not as bad as the one where I climb a wall and they're already at the top.